Hello again folks, and welcome to this Train Sim 2017 video. This is the second video from me in the space of a day. The first one I've done earlier, the ScotRail HST one, and now we find ourselves on the southern, it's not the southern, is it? It's the Chatham Main Line stroke high speed 1 London Faversham merged route by Danny Leach. I'm just going to quickly read the thing before we do anything else. Good evening, driver, and welcome to London Victoria. Tonight you're operating train 1062, which is the 1907 Southeastern service to Dover Priory. Your drive as far as Faversham, where another driver will take over to Dover Priory. Calling at Bromley South, Longfield, Mepham, Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham, Newington, Sittingbourne, Tenham and Faversham. Please open the doors for passengers to take their seats. So I can unpause it, get the doors open. We'll have a quick look around, see what's going on in Victoria. It's some months since I actually did this scenario. Just thought I'd give it a bit of loving with some videoing, and made a few changes to it as well. This is the train that I'm going to be driving. The 465 with my new destination textures in it. A couple of 465s over here as well. And a Gatwick Express here. We'll go back to the cab because we've only got like 30 seconds now till we go. So let's turn the volume down because it's rather loud. Let's get some headlights on. And that's us ready to go, I think. Don't need the HUD because I know this route as well, like I did with the other one. I will, however, put the viewpoint down a little bit. I'm talking quietly because the kids are asleep, so I don't want to wake them up and they come bugging me wanting to watch me do this. So away we go. As you can see, 3 trains coming in there already. Frame rates not great, but well, it is Victoria, so I don't really expect anything less. It's quite demanding at the best of times. Not driven the 375 for quite some time, if I'm honest. It's not a bad train to drive. It's got the AP enhancement pack, for the sound pack anyway, which adds to it, I suppose. I'm going to try and keep the talking to a minimum because, like I said, I don't want to wake the kids up. So there may be periods of quiet, but just sit back and watch the scenery go by. Fingers crossed that frame rate will improve as the journey goes on. We're racing with the Gatwick Express. That 455's leaving me for dust, isn't he? Shooting off over that bridge. I've actually toned the settings down a bit on this because I know it's quite demanding in the Victoria area especially. So I wouldn't even attempt to run this on maximum settings. Maybe if I had a much better PC stroke laptop or whatever, then I might push the boundaries a bit, but it seems okay anyway. He's doing me at the moment. me speeding up as well. It's giving me a right run for my money. Oh, can't turn the view around, damn it. Oh well. He goes away over there. I do apologise if you hear me slurping my cup of tea as well. Yeah, this scenario I made beginning of summer. I think I made this one. It's quite some time ago, a good few months at least. I've updated it a little bit with some extra stock that I've just put in before I started recording this, so but we'll see them in a little while. I'm particularly interested to see what happens when I go past Beckenham Junction, but I'm not going to say anything just now. Ruin the surprise. Not something you expect to see, or certainly not something you see every day in Train Simulator, that's for sure. Three 7-8 that was. Oh, I didn't set the. Oops, no, we're not 12 car, we're 8 car. That's it. It's getting a bit laggy, isn't it? That was just a blue set that just went past me, I'm sure. It should be the black. Maybe it's just my eyes, or I don't know. That was yellow, wasn't it? A yellow signal there. Oof, it's getting very jumpy. Come on, behave yourself. Brixton Station. As with most of the mainline services, the Southeastern services out of Victoria, they're fast to Bromley South. I think the ones that go via Catford now stop at Denmark Hill, if I'm not wrong. Oh, we have a red. Yeah. What's this for? I don't remember. So it's been so long since I made this scenario. There's definitely something in front anyway. Or it could actually be the junction at Herne Hill, something going up to Elephant Castle. I honestly do not remember. I'm not going to push it speed wise because I'll probably get a red thrown in front of me at some point. I want the greens now. See that frame rate creeping up a little bit now. And back down again. And back up again. Should call it yo-yo rate. That's the way it goes. I keep me on that speed because it's 60 all the way down to Bromley South. So I could use the speed set thing on here, but that kind of makes it a bit boring for me. I'd rather be kept on my toes. Actually feel like I'm driving it. This is West Dulwich Station, I believe. Yeah. Used that station quite a few times in my time. Years ago when I used to in my clubbing days, one of my friends, she lives right next to West Dulwich Station. So many a time I've been extremely hungover waiting for a train on that platform to Victoria in my youth. It's a fairly lengthy tunnel, this one. Oops, speeding a bit there, but it's only a couple of miles per hour over, so nothing major. I love how these tunnels have dark bits and light bits. What's that all about? How am I getting 15 frames a second in a tunnel? Maybe it's loading up scenery outside, I don't know. Pass through Penji station in a minute. Promptly followed by Kent House, which has got 4 platforms. Now, in a moment, just after Kent House Station, we should see something unusual. I think I'm actually a little bit late, so maybe not. Somewhere down here we should see something, maybe. Or is it just not going to happen? something, but that's not what I was meaning. They're both sitting up here, that's why. Damn you. One of them's moved, the other one hasn't yet. But yeah, the Croydon tram. And not sure if that's the correct livery, but it's the one that I've got, so. I've actually got two, there's a green one as well, but yeah, well, you don't see that every day in train sim. I guarantee now I've passed it, one of them will move. Ah, what a surprise. And away it goes. How are we doing time-wise? I'm speeding, I know that much, but I'm on time, so. Well, if you like your 465s, there's plenty of them in this. Absolutely loads of them. And here we are, Bromley South. Ever so slightly past the 8-car mark, but not as far as that one's gone past it. Look at that. That's one thing I hate about a train sim, is the fact that oh, that's got me LED lights on that I put into it. Cool. Yeah, the fact that the trains stop like down the end of the platform when it should be stopped, you know, way up here for an 8-car. Look, it's literally 4 cars past where it should be. I mean, you can actually do that, alter that in scenarios when you make them, but it takes up so much time. Oh, away we go. Am I going to get the ding ding? No, I'm not. It's because I was out of the cab. Looks like we're racing again. Can't miss the 465, I'll take you. go outside, why not? Oh, he's doing me. Proper doing me here. He'll probably stop at the next station. I'm not. I'm totally getting done here. Bye bye, Mr. Networker. Not so smart now, are you? Bickley Station. Speeding again. I'm going that way. Is he even stopping? Nope. That's a fast one, that's fine. Oh Christ. Something else over here. These things don't have a driver's safety device, do they? I'm not aware of them having one. I don't think they do. I'm sure with the sound pack though that they would have. I'll look that up actually while I can. Let this speed up slowly. I need to look it up on my phone though. No, it doesn't say that it does. There's not even a manual. It's got realistic traction motor sounds. Traction motor audible from the 3-power bogies as per reality. Traction motors can be heard while braking, air conditioning, ambient noise, distinctive brake application sound, pantograph up and down sound, classic transformer whir when on AC power, door open and close sound, user operable two-tone horn, which is that, depot whistle, which is, oh, is that N? No, that's the bell. I'm not sure what the button for the depot whistle is. Bogies run sound to give sensation of movement, flange sound, jointed track sounds, cab instrument sounds, realistic sound, fading effects. Right, we passed Bickley, didn't we? Must have been St Mary's Cray which went past. But yeah, it is, because I'm up to 90 now, so line speed's 90, so it will be past St Mary Cray. You can tell where I've toned down the settings on this because just to the left of the line, it's kind of bare, the track side. Obviously if I had the settings on a bit more higher, then that wouldn't be as bare as it is, but that's fine. .75 through Swanley, and then we can whack it back up to 90 again. So where the line diverges off to the right, it goes down to Sevenoaks via Bat and Ball, and yes, I did say Bat and Ball, and Otford, and then you get to Sevenoaks. Crazy name for a station, isn't it? Bat and Ball. Almost as daft as that one up in Glasgow, the station called Cross My Loof, which I find extreme amusement with. So where am I stopping? Longfield. I don't stop at Farningham Road, which is the next one we pass. I stop at Longfield and Mepham. Soul Street I don't stop at. And I stop at Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham. I think it's all stations from Rochester actually. Just check. Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham, Newington, Sittingbourne, Tenham, Faversham. Yep, all stations from Rochester. So Dover Priory train at the Ramsgate ones won't stop as many stops. Speeding again. That was nice. It must be on some gradient at the moment because I've got the throttle on 75%. The speed's actually still decreasing. Now it's picking up. That speed restriction warning is just for Forkham Junction, which branches off to the left. I'm not actually sure where that goes, to be honest with you. Something tells me it goes up to Ebbsfleet. I could be wrong. Not entirely sure about that one. I'll have a look at that when I get to Longfield, because it'll bug me and I want to know. Pretty sure it's Ebbsfleet it goes up to though. down to the end. Oh, a little bit of a shudder there. Oh, a bit early as well, about a minute early. Which means I'm going to sit here for a minute and a half now. So, yeah, where does that Fulham Junction go up to? Where are we? Portal Fulham Junction. That tells me so much. Ipswich up there, so let's have a look on my phone. Okay, connects up to the high-speed one. And I was right, it doesn't actually go up to Ebbsfleet though, it heads towards the coast, towards Ashford and all that. So, okay. Yeah, it was something like that anyway. Next stop's Mepham. About a month ago I was down south visiting family. My sister lives in Gravesend, and during the week we had a day out. We went to Tunbridge to take the kids to like a soft play thing, and after that we went bowling in Tunbridge Wells. And on the way down excuse me, on the way down, because we wasn't sure of how to get there, we was following my sister in her car, in her partner's car, and they came off road for, I can't even remember what it was now. I think one of the kids wanted the toilet or something, and we drove into a railway station. I was like, oh, what station is this then? Because I had no idea where we were. It turned out it was Mepham station, and just as we pulled into the car park at the station, there was a 465 pulling out, heading in the direction I'm heading. So I've been to Mepham station. I've been through it a million and one times. Yeah. There you go. Revamp station now. Yeah, this is it. We came off this road, we was heading this way, and then suddenly there's like a left, well, this road here. He turned in here and was like, where the hell are they going? Down here, and it was pretty much, well, down here like this. And I looked over there where my train is, and heading in that direction was a 465. My door's closed. Oh yeah. The reason I have this on the top left of the screen, the engine, speed, throttle, reverser, etc. on, is because if I'm not using the HUD, I'm not too sure where my power is, if you know what I mean. So I keep it there so I know exactly how much power I'm applying, and it's not as irritating as having that bloody great HUD across the screen. So there's only a few routes that I will drive without the HUD, this being one of them, as well as St Pancras down to Faversham. I don't use the HUD for that, or Edinburgh to Glasgow, or most of the East Coast Main Line. In fact, all of the East Coast Main Line I don't use the HUD. Other lines which don't tend to drive so much, I use the HUD because I don't know where the stations are. Seoul Street Station. And in time wise, okay. You've seen it, my train. Lots of people on it. Probably saw me coming, knew I'm driving, thought, nah, screw that for a sec. I'm going with toy shoulders. The state of the windows are filthy. Southeastern do not clean their trains. Having said that, when I was down south a few weeks back, I noticed that especially the 465s, their condition, they really look after them. They're absolutely immaculately clean, inside and out. So, well done, Southeastern. is a really nice route. I love driving on this route, not just because I know it and it's, you know, it's home for me, like down south and everything, where I'm originally from, but in general it's just a really nice route. And I've got this set in autumn, I think, which is why the trees are a bit sparse with leaves, but again, that was with frame rates in mind. You know you're close to Rochester when you get to this bridge. You've got the motorway on it, the M1, the A2, and obviously the high-speed one line as well. Start slowing down now for this 30. As we take that large curve into Rochester. Do enjoy watching the trains coming over this section of the line, especially the bridge and all that down here. Rochester Castle and all that over there on the other side of the bridge. Down here, that's the Strood to Paddock Wood and Tunbridge line. Strood station. Oh, hello, Mr. Networker. I think he comes in, but he must have come in behind me because I've got green signals, haven't I? So. Yeah, he's got a yellow, so. We're still not there yet. That looks nice. That sun on the water. God, for a minute there I thought that train was in my platform. Woofed. I'm late. I'm about a minute down. Where you going, Victoria, I suppose? Yep. It's getting faster than my camera. Could be a nice photo of that. I'm not going to take one. Oh, I'm not watching. About 30 seconds down now. That's alright. Got so sensitive, that power control. That's the old Rochester station. That new one's only been open, I think it was last year it was opened. It's not been open long, I know that much. Could have been 2015, not entirely sure. Looked like that guy was about to jump in front of the train then. I think they had jumpers on the train sim. Although nothing would surprise me with this game. Nothing. Let's go and see the Javelin, shall we? Oh, that's good. Signal turns red before it even passes. Spad! Probably my doors have already closed as well. I should be out of here. Yeah, thought as much. Next station is a station I used to work at for a year. Good old Gillingham. Worked at Chatham a few times as well. I actually remember the day we had the 9/11 attacks in New York. That actual day I was working at Chatham, and I finished my shift. I jumped on the train, one stop to Gillingham, and got off the train and went into the train crew office, and it was all watching TV and all that, and it was literally happening there and then, the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. So I'll never ever forget that day. Well, no one will, but I'll always remember that day I was working at Chatham. The likeness of this to the real Gillingham is uncanny. It's just exactly the same. Even all that shit on the track, it's exactly the same in real life. Exactly the same. I'm gonna get that 8-car mark. Yeah. Sure, I shot past it there. Oh no. Stopped in front of it actually. It is exactly like this at Gillingham. Exactly. They've got it spot on. A video I'd done ages ago, I can't remember what it was now. I think it was when the 1066 line was released by Backdated Train Sim, and I was telling a story about when I worked on this station, and I was saying about one morning there was an incident where a train came through on this platform, platform 2, on the up main, and there was a pigeon decided to fly in front of the train, and it got walloped by this, I think it was, I can't remember what diesel it was now, it was a long time ago, but anyway, I was standing in this doorway here when it happened, and the woman was sitting here eating her croissant or sandwich or whatever it was, and this pigeon flew straight in the air and landed right at her feet, and it was the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So funny. Yeah, good old Gillingham. So you got anything in the depot up here? I can't remember if I probably put stuff in there. More than likely I did. Yeah, 465 with Rochester on it. Couple more 465s. Four 65001. Go up to 90 down here. Bloody hell. Sorry, I've just had a message on Facebook from Alan Thompson, sending me a picture of a new Trans-Pennine Express Class 68. It looks bloody smart. It looks absolutely really smart. Wow. 68 and what? 68021 is the number on it, and it's got a name badge on it. It says Tireless. I really like that. That is really smart. I know you can't see it, anyone watching this, but I'm sure you'll see it in days to come. Wow. Rainham, another station I've worked at on a few occasions. When I was there, they never had none of this platform 0. It was just the up and down line, and that was it. They terminate train. There's going to be trains terminating at Rainham as well. I think they're going to be running from Bedford, I was told, or something like that. I was talking to a woman at Gravesend train station a few weeks back. She was saying about they're going to be terminating trains at Rainham. I'm sure it was Bedford. She said they're coming from, or to something like that. Anyway, totally different from what I was, when I worked on the railway down there. Timing like pretty much on time. In fact, I am on time. I need to remember I'm stopping at Newington and Tenham. Normally I fly through those two stations, although the fact that I'm stopping at Newington will be just ahead of us as the line doubles. You get the line for the platform at Newington, so that will remind me. Plus the fact that I've just said it. Get a bit dark out there now, isn't it? We should maybe oops, put the night lights on. That's it. Night time configuration, I should say. Use the correct terminology. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to put emojis in. Here we are at Newington. Seven seconds late. Disgraceful. It's a short platform, isn't it? I've got trains in. That's right. I wasn't paying attention there, I was looking at my phone. Speeding up rather slowly. This is Western Junction, just here, which goes up to Sheerness. And here we have Eastern Junction, which comes from Sheerness. Here's the wonderful town of Sittingbourne. bad little town. Not been there in many years. The last time I went there was, oh my god, probably about 12 years ago. 6-car mark, no, 8-car mark. So we'll just roll to the 12. Or we'll just stop there. There's a destination on that train, because it looked like it could be a wrong one, and it shouldn't be. Oh, the front one looked like it had 2 lines on it. Oh, Victoria, Dover Priory. See, that's a mistake on my part. Ramsgate by Canterbury West and Tunbridge Wells. Naughty boy, Chris. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Stupid stuff like that bugs me. It really does. Especially if it's my mistake, which that is, obviously. So I will fix that. I should make sure mine are okay, actually. Dover via Chatham. Yeah, my doors are shut, I should be away. Doesn't matter. Next stop is Faversham. Oh no, it's not. I've got one more before that. I've got Tenham. I must remember, so I see it automatically after Sittingbourne. I think next stop's Faversham, because most trains don't stop at Tenham. Oh, excuse me. Tired now. It is what? It's 5 past midnight now. Back to work tomorrow. Great fun. (10 AM till probably 10 PM. Lovely. Slowed down a bit too early then. I couldn't remember, because I don't stop at Tenham. I forgot whereabouts exactly it is, but it's just around this bend here. Yes, because that's a 75 warning. So I'm not running late anyway. Not really. this station's certainly way out in the sticks. There's not much around this area. And this is lovely Tenham. Another funny story from when I worked on the railway. I was working at Gillingham station one day, and I had a phone call from one of the girls I worked with, Jackie, her name was, and she was working at Tenham station on this day. And she's like, "Chris, can you come down, jump on the next train down to Tenham? I need your help with something." I was like, "Right, okay." So I went all the way from Gillingham to Tenham, which is, what, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever. I get to Tenham, cross over this bridge onto the upside, go into one, where was it? Was that the office there? I think there's an office door missing on this, but unless it's changed since those days. But anyway, I gets in there to find out that the reason she called me all the way from Gillingham to Tenham was to get rid of a bloody spider. That's all it was. I was expecting to go and help lift boxes or whatever, or move stuff about or whatever, but no, I had to go and get rid of a bloody spider. So, a funny memory of Tenham station for you. Now I can say the next station's Faversham, where my role in this journey will finish. Again, I've actually enjoyed driving this one. It's a nice route, and it's always nice when a scenario that you make actually works without dumping, which is quite surprising because there's a hell of a lot of traffic in this. So yeah, I might actually do some more scenarios for this route, maybe travelling the other way towards Victoria or even St Pancras. Let's see. I'm really looking forward to that Southeastern main line. Actually reading on the forum today, the guy that's, or one of the guys that's behind it, Beck's Ready, said that it's not a priority at the moment, but there's other projects on the go. They've got quite a lot on the go from what he was saying, but it will happen, just not yet. As with anything in TS, the longer you wait, the better it's normally, it's going to be. Seriously hoping it has all like the suburban lines, the Dartford lines and all that, and Greenwich, Woolwich and Bexley Heath and Sidcup and etc. That's like my original home. That would be my guarantee. If them routes came out, I would be knocking out the scenarios left, right and centre from. With those lines as well, there's obviously so many opportunities for scenarios. I mean, you've got Cannon Street, you've got Charing Cross, you've got via Sidcup, like I said, via Bexley Heath, via Greenwich, via Lewisham, then Woolwich. There's so many routes and scenario possibilities there. It'd just be, it's so needed. And here we are, just a few seconds from Faversham. Well, again, I've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed it too. It's not bored you to tears. You'll probably be sitting there. You'll probably wake up in a minute and realise, oh, the video's finished. 4 hours after it finishes. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I quite enjoyed making it. Yes, I know the signal's red, I can see it. How's my timing? 30 seconds down. Well, I would say that's a job well done. Well, that's it then, guys. Once again, like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Hope you've enjoyed this, and see you again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.